Desir, and this is Sarah Bernard joining me once again. Thanks for joining me. We want to make another good team here.
We are. It's a good pattern. We've twice now.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks, So got another great full-pack show for you. We got Tony Valenti here in the kitchen of Valenti Meat Market and Bakery. Tony, what are you going to make for us today?
Today we're going to make chicken spadini and Italian potatoes with olives and onion.
Okay, and I'm going to help a little bit.
It's expected. It's very expected.
I'm just going to help just a little bit, so hopefully I won't mess up the whole meal.
Fortunately, he's got a lot of it going already.
Yeah, we've already had some prep work done, so we'll have something for you to taste at the end of the show.
Sounds good. All right, Sarah, who else we have on the show?
Okay, we have got a great lineup. We've got Tishaura Jones, newly elected city treasurer, City of St. Louis. And we've got Kimi Butler, who's going to come talk about a fair trade market coming up in town. Must see and do for holiday shopping.
Yep.
And David Schwent, who is a golf and racquetball pro, is going to come and talk to us about his career. So lots going on.
And he's doing some great things with children too. So yeah, stick around. We're gonna have fine dining and great guests to talk about here in the city. St. Louis Presents starts right now. Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. This is our first show post-election, and we all know this was a big election here in 2012. And if you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, is President Barack Obama was reelected as the 44th president of the United States. It was a crazy election, don't you think?
Crazy election, but somebody said, I saw this on Facebook, how, what a credit to our country. You can get all these people. How many people voted?
100+ million people.
100+ million people in and out in one day, and at the end of the day, we've got a president elected. It's amazing. It's amazing for all the inefficiencies that we like to find. It's extremely efficient.
I liked watching the whole election event myself, because to me it was like watching a sporting event. You start watching, whether it was football or boxing, it's like one candidate took the early lead, and then slowly but surely the other candidate started gaining the electoral votes and the necessary votes that you needed to go on and win. It was fun to watch, although it took all the way till the tail end of the night to hear the concession speech and the acceptance speech.
Right.
I mean, it was still fun to watch.
Very exciting day. No matter how things fall out, it's a big day in our country and fun to be a part of it. And locally, the propositions.
Yeah, some important propositions passed and failed on Prop A, whether for the St. Louis Police Control, that went a yes. On the prop to increase the tobacco tax, that failed. The tobacco tax failed. And as far as the health exchange, that passed. So that they voted yes on Prop E to the health exchange. So just some important, that's why we go and vote, because we give people the opportunity.
Interesting, Prop A on the St. Louis Police Control, that coming back locally. Interesting that 1861, during the Civil War, is when that control of the police went to the state. So it's been in that situation since then at the state level, and now it's back to the city. Yeah. It's amazing, 150+ years.
And overall, back to what's going on, I mean, if you think about Nixon was reelected as governor, and Claire McCaskill, she won. Yep. She beat out Todd Aiken as senator. So, I mean, I guess if you're a Democrat, it was a pretty good night for you. Some Republicans won as well, but overall, whoever you voted for, that's, we have who we have in office, so just make sure that
people got out and voted, and that's what's important.
They go out and do their job, so that's what's really important. But otherwise, after that, you feeling good?
Feeling good. Got a great day ahead.
Yes.
Beautiful weather in St. Louis for the next few days.
And I can already smell the food, which I can't wait to get my hands on, but, I don't want to mess up the meal. I don't want to mess up the meal.
We'll limit your involvement.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna introduce our first guest. We're gonna bring up our first guest now. She was just recently elected the city treasurer.
Right.
And obviously it was a hard-fought battle for her. She's taking over the job for somebody who's had it for over
30 years.
30
Yeah.
years, and now she is our new St. Louis City Treasurer. So we are pleased to have on the show right here, Tishaura Jones. Tishaura, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an exciting week for you.
Very exciting.
How
Very exciting.
how much have you let your hair down, so to speak, now that the election process is over with?
I think now it goes up because now the real work begins.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Well, it wasn't easy. Again, I mean, you had to go through the first round through the Democratic
primary,
primary,
right?
and that was a tough task, right?
Really tough. There were 4 people in that race, including me. So
Yeah.
that was really tough. But in those situations, you have to get at least 25% or more of the vote. We got 35%, so St. Louis spoke.
I see.
So you've been in public service for a number of years, 10 plus years.
10
You're a
plus.
state representative.
Yes.
Why the switch to city treasurer? What was your interest in going that route?
Well, I have an education in finance and banking and experience there. The job was open, and so I thought I'd take a run at it.
Yeah.
And also, my son is 5 years old. I'm a single mom, and I thought this was a good opportunity to come and be closer to home.
Yeah, no more trips to Jeff City, at least not as many.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
good. Yeah, because juggling the kids and public service is a challenge, I'm sure.
It is a challenge, but I don't complain.
Yeah.
I don't complain. He's a great kid. I love him to death, and he makes it fun.
Absolutely.
Well, you ran away in this election. Basically, it was a landslide victory for you. What do you think it was that allowed you to come away victorious?
Well, St. Louis is a Democratic city for the most part. I got 77% of the vote, or 103,000 people voted for me. So we haven't had a Republican citywide elected official since 1972, I believe. Yeah.
Well, but I'm sure. I mean, it's not just the fact that it's Democratic. I mean, they have to like what you bring to the table, the points you were trying to present to the people.
Well, that was pretty much put forth in the primary, where we had to compete against each other, and we ran on 3 things: transparency, change, and progress. We want to make sure that St. Louisans have as much information as possible when it comes to city government. It's their tax dollars. They should know how we spend it. And then we also want to make sure that we change the face and the view of public service and city government.
So you take office January 1st.
Yes.
Yeah, you said the work has started now.
Yes.
What do you do between now and then? Is there things that you actually have to start orientating to? Or?
Yes, actually, we'll be going in the office next week and just meeting with the staff and getting to know what they do, how they do it, and what state and local laws that we're responsible for making or paying attention to. So we start early, so that way by the time January 1st hits, it's just, hey, I promise to uphold the Constitution, and we keep going.
You're ready to go. So when you say we, do you bring a support staff with you?
Yes, we have a transition team that we'll be hiring and bringing in, and hopefully that staff will transition to be my full-time staff after January 1st.
How about following the likes of Larry Williams?
Larry Williams.
Larry Williams. I mean, this is a guy who was in office since 1981. I mean, do you feel it's pressure for you, or no, you're not worried about it?
There's a lot of pressure because Larry's done a great job with the office, but now people are going to be looking for me to take it to the next level. And so there's a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes on me. And but I take this challenge wholeheartedly, and I hope I do a good job for the city of St. Louis.
That is amazing.
So in women in public service, I mean, you've been a forerunner in our city and our state. You've held some positions where you're the only woman.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It is daunting, but and actually, I will say this, and my colleagues in the House can really underscore this. There still is a lot of sexism and double standards when it comes to women in politics. We are still expected to be ladylike, as brought up in Claire's election. But we are competent, and we are, we know the issues just as good as the men do. So we continue to try to break down those barriers, as we also saw with our recent U.S. Senate election nationwide. There are 19 women now in the Senate, so we're coming up.
Right, I definitely see that. I think women are definitely making a more stronger voice as far as politics stand on all levels of government.
Right, and compromise isn't a dirty word with women. So.
Right, you guys are willing to compromise. Well, we definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And
Yes,
good luck to you
luck.
for the next 4 years, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it 4?
4 years.
4 years, okay. Tishaura Jones, everybody. Just want to check in real quick with my man Tony of Valenti's Meat Market and Catering. Tony, what's going on?
I'm just cooking up some chicken, a little lighter hearted than running the City of St. Louis Treasury Department. So, and we've got chicken spadini and Italian potatoes that we're making. So to show off your skills at the home.
It smells good, man. It smells good. Don't burn anything just yet.
No.
Leave that for me.
I've got the pan burning. We'll leave that for you to cook and wash up.
I will definitely burn the food. Hopefully not too bad and it's still edible because that's what I do. Okay, back over here now. We want to bring in our second guest, and Sarah, I'll let you take it over.
Kimi Butler, representing the Fair Trade Market coming up in a couple weeks.
It's the 10th annual, right?
10th annual, yes.
Yeah, and so you guys are out in West County at the United Methodist Church.
Yeah, it's Manchester United Methodist Church. It's at Manchester and 141, and this is our 10th annual Fair Trade Market. So we are very excited about it. It's been, we started in 1993 with a 2-day sale. This is now up to a 5-day sale. Went from $10,000 in sales to $132,000 in sales last year. Wow. It is not a fundraiser. It is not charity. It is actually promoting fair trade, which is a way to do business where everyone is treated fairly. The producers and artisans all earn a fair wage, a living wage for where they live. These are from countries, like 50 countries around the world, people who are normally marginalized. And fair trade means there's no slave labor, there's no child labor, the environment is respected, gender equality is promoted. The producers and the artisans all have a say in in what they're doing. So, and I brought a few things just to get you an idea of the kind of the product that is at the market.
Yeah, you've got some really cute things, and really, I meant it when I said holiday shopping. Is
yes,
like,
absolutely.
Because there's some cute things here for great gift ideas. I mean, look at these crayons. We were talking about this. I mean, who would not want?
Now, these are from where again?
Ecuador. These are from Ecuador, and they're actually, they actually carve them, and then they melt the crayon into the middle of them, and they're just fun. It's just
extra fun when you get to sharpen them.
Yeah.
But we encourage the parents to sharpen these crayons, not the kids.
Right.
That'd be a little dangerous.
This is actually a bag that's made with a technique of wood block. They carve the wood block, and then they color it with vegetable dyes, the cloth, and then they sew the bag. So
beautiful colors. And the jewelry.
Yes.
Yes,
I have one. This is
all kinds of things going on.
This is a paper necklace. It's actually beads that are made of trash paper that they roll in shellac. This is made by a group in Kenya. And then this is this is another group in Africa. It's just amazing. And this is high quality goods.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
So it's and then of course
I'm digging these magnets though for one of two reasons. One, because they're magnets and you can just put them on your fridge. The other thing is that they're made in Haiti, where my family's from. So
there
that's
you
cool.
go.
So yeah, that's awesome.
And of course, chocolate is also very important because chocolate is a product that, with the cocoa, is frequently child labor is used to harvest the cocoa. So fair trade means there is no child labor, and therefore there's no guilt in this chocolate.
There you go.
Right.
That's
the only guilt is in your mind.
And it's not about the kids, right? It's about the calories. So we forget about that. No calories either. So how many vendors do you have, and where are they coming from?
Okay, well we have 4 vendors. So we have Plowshare and Crafts, which is a local fair trade store. They have a store in the Loop and a store in Kirkwood. So they've been in the St. Louis area for a long time, and they're our major vendor. They order most of our products. So we don't. It's not our sales. It's not our product. The church is not making money off of this. They actually order the product, and it's drop shipped to our church starting in September. We have a whole group of volunteers that actually opens the boxes, sorts it, checks it, inventories it, and prices it, and then we store it. And then we have 3 other vendors. One is Partners for Just Trade, and they're an online vendor, but they're located in St. Louis. We have Just Sweets. She's a baker that uses fair trade ingredients in St. Louis, and then Roots and Streams. They're just over the river in Illinois, and she has products. So they're all at the market. And the product comes from all over the world.
So it's so 2 weekends. The
2
weekend
weekends.
of November 17th and 23rd.
17th, yeah, exactly. So it's the weekend before Thanksgiving and the weekend after.
And it goes from 9 to 3. And
each day.
If they want more information, they can go to the website.
Yes.
On the screen right now.
Yeah. Yes.
And the number is 636-394-7506. Well, thank you for joining us, and we definitely appreciate this information. And make sure if you want to get your Christmas shopping like Sarah's going to get done over the next couple weekends, you go do it
Get it done early and get it done in a fair trade environment. So
Cool. Appreciate it.
Great.
I got to step over here to the kitchen now and see how the food is looking.
I'm gonna come with you.
So excuse me.
I want to see this too.
All righty.
Thank you.
Got Tony cooking it up in the kitchen.
Burning something up.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
Oh, we have
These
some
potatoes look good.
Potatoes, and now we're going to make the chicken spadini, which is the breaded chicken, as you see here with the spices. And then you bread them into your pan, and we're going to set them over
So you
here.
put some olive oil on the chicken and then you bread it?
Yep, olive
Okay.
oil, spices, special seasonings, I could tell you, but
What,
then I'd have to kill you.
okay, so that's a special little breading right there.
Special breading, special seasoning. And then we'll roll that, we'll stuff it with a little cheese and some salami and some onion. And then we'll roll that up, and then we'll bake it off. And then we'll show you a little bit later what it looks like.
Oh,
and
so
how's it
that's
come
baked.
out. And that's just going to be baked.
Okay,
And then here we just frying off the ingredients, and then we're going to bake it off.
Now, as far as if you want to go out and buy the chicken just a regular, any old kind of
Yeah, just
breastless,
random
boneless
chicken breasts, random
Random
chicken
chicken
breasts. You
breasts.
butterfly them, separate them from, they're really huge usually, so you
Yeah.
just butterfly them and
Cut 'em in
and
half.
cut them in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Then make them
inexpensive.
thinner.
It always looks so easy here, but I know it's probably
Because
sometimes more difficult.
These chefs.
But
that
no,
work
like
do
the more
hard work.
the more I'm here, the more I'm learning, picking up the game, adding it to my repertoire. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
stepping up from the rice-a-roni
Stepping
last
it up,
week, the rice-a-roni,
stepping it
and
up.
we got rid of that, so, no, it's
Hey,
it's
that
all
was
good.
actually, there was some benefits to that as well.
Was there?
But look how easy this is.
Now the potatoes, how did you? What's in there?
Potatoes are sweet potatoes and roasted potatoes diced up, and then we put the onion, and we put olive oil, and we put olives in there as well.
Okay.
So you've got about
black
4 or
olives.
5 black olives, 4 or 5 ingredients going in there, and then just,
You just cook it.
cooking
on
them
the
off,
stove with-
dropping
Ooh,
breadcrumbs
we got
on the
we got a little smoke over here.
smoke over there. So we're dropping a little breadcrumbs
I didn't do that. I didn't do
You're
that.
standing by it.
And
Most
Sarah's-
people would blame me, but no, that was just a little breadcrumb that fell on the stove. So tell us a little bit about
our market,
meat market and catering.
Yeah, our market's in St. Peter's, and we go from anywhere from Fairview Heights all the way out to Festus and Warrenton and all points in between, like a florist now. We don't want people just to come to us. We're going to go to them.
Like a
So we'll go to
florist.
businesses,
Yeah.
and we go to hospitals, and we go to weddings, and we do full service catering.
And this is a family business, been in business since 1935. And how did you end up following along those lines?
Well, I was in the corporate world in Chicago about 10 years ago and decided that my fate was better off in my hands, so I moved back, bought the company, and started catering.
And it was
which is-
Grandpa's company originally, right?
Yeah, yes, it was.
And it's been a family.
It's a love. You love food and you want to service people, and that's what we really like.
I mean,
to do.
when people come to you guys for catering, what do you guys? What's the specialty? I mean, what do they really love that you guys serve?
I think it's the Italian-American fare. So we can go from a chicken spadini to a brisket marsala and do a mashed potato casserole with it. It just doesn't have to be your traditional St. Louis Italian. We can do an American fare as well.
In addition to catering, consumers can just stop in the store, right?
Absolutely. So they can come in the store, they can get chicken kebabs, they can get steaks, they can go home, grill
Already
them,
prepped?
already prepped, seasoned, ready to go, marinated. They can get a bottle of wine, they can get some potatoes and pastas to complement the meal. You go home and you look like a cheetah.
So right, you act like you made the meal,
That's it.
even though you made the meal.
you
It's
get
like when people cater like Thanksgiving. Sometimes you get it all catered.
Right.
There you go.
But
You
mom
take it
can
out
act
of the
like she did
containers.
all the work herself. Yeah, just take it all out the container, put it on a nice serving plate.
Put it on her special china, the grandma's china, and you look like, again,
And
like
you
you've
look
been
like
there
a-
all
Getting
day.
too many cheap tricks here
Hey,
on the show.
if you can get it done that way, you know what I always say: work smart, not hard.
That's right.
Work
That's
smart,
right.
not hard. So anyway, we're gonna come back and we're gonna let you do what you do over here.
Okay.
I really didn't put my hands in it this time, but I kind of have an idea, and we're gonna go back and wrap up the show real quick with one more guest, and
Okay.
then see how this all tastes. But we're gonna take a break here on St. Louis Presents, so stay with us.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Experience St. Louis!
If you could sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book can be the first that helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Come here.
I love you, Dad.
All right, well, welcome back to St. Louis Presents. You saw my man Tony over there putting the finishing touches on the meal that I put together.
I don't think
Yeah,
so,
right.
but it looks really good. I think Tony's doing an awesome job.
Exactly. All right, joining us now is Dave Schwent, a racket and golf pro, and he's doing some great things with the Missouri Athletic Club and some local kids around here. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us how are things going over at the MAC?
Things are going great. We're right in the middle of racquetball season. We have 22 schools coming in and playing their matches at the MAC, and it's really a lot of fun. The kids are doing great. We just had a match yesterday that it's just really great to see the kids compete on the courts. And
So this is
a lot
the
of fun.
downtown location?
Actually, it's the one off
West County?
yes, in West
Okay.
County, off
so
the pair.
the schools are the schools in the area?
Yes,
that area?
right in that area right there in West County.
Is it hard to get kids involved in racquetball because you don't really hear too many
Right.
students
Right.
talk about the sport?
You're right. It is kind of hard. So you have to.
How do you push them to give it a try?
Word of mouth. So the kids that are involved, they spread the word, and they announce it over their systems, and it's the school is very aware of what's going on,
Yeah.
and then
And once kids try it, it's a fun sport. It's fast
It is.
moving,
It
it's
is.
exciting, sort of dangerous.
yeah, it
For
is.
me.
It's one of the few sports that you can you want to hit something hard.
Yeah.
So it's after you're done, with your match after an hour, and it burns 600 calories, by the way, in an hour.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It just feels really good to get out there and just kind of hit something hard, and
Yeah.
and you're supposed to.
How long have you been involved in the organization? How far have you seen it grow?
In the 70s, it really kind of got out there pretty fast, and St. Louis was the home of racquetball. And then it kind of slowed down, and now it's really building up big. We have 580 kids playing, and with the 22 schools.
I
Yeah.
remember in the 70s, there were racquetball
Yes.
courts everywhere.
Yes.
It was the big thing.
Yes.
You weren't alive.
I was, but I just wasn't around here in St. Louis in the 70s.
But it was fun. And it's great that it's coming back. I know my kids really enjoy playing.
Yeah, and it can be a family thing. Doubles is a little more social with the members, so that's a lot of fun. The trash talk is out there, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, if folks want to get involved, or if kids want to get involved now, is it too late, or how do they go about it?
Never too late.
Never too late?
Never too late. In fact, come up and watch some of the matches, and that's what I highly recommend. You get a little intimidated at first, but then when you see that, you'll see that, oh, this looks easy, and it is. It's an easy sport to pick up.
Any website or any number that they can contact?
If you Google MAC, the Missouri Athletic Club, it'll take you to the website.
And all the racquetball info is on there. How
Yes,
to get involved.
you
how
can
to get
navigate
started.
through there, and
Court
it's
information.
very
And
simple.
last thing real quick, racquetball isn't an expensive sport. I mean,
Not at all.
You need a little racket, A small little ball.
Yes.
Some goggles.
And goggles.
Yes, I
Right.
wear. Yes,
Cool.
absolutely.
All right, Dave. Well, thank you very much
Thank you.
for coming
Thank
on.
you.
We definitely
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
And I'm gonna have to check out these racquetball. See how these
Come
kids are
see
looking.
us.
Definitely. All right, we gotta wrap up the show. But before we wrap up the show, now it's time to taste the meal that I cooked. So we're gonna go back over there, talk to my man Tony. Tony.
Coming back over to taste, huh?
Time for the taste
Time
test.
for the treat.
All right, so now you put the chicken all in the oven,
The oven.
and look how pretty it looks.
Yep, we
It's
put it in a
great.
sophisticated oven behind this door.
How long do you
special
let
oven.
that cook for?
And that cooked about 35 minutes.
35 minutes?
35
That's all it
minutes,
takes.
350 degrees.
So you rolled it up.
Rolled
This
it.
is like important how it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
gotta know
rolled it
it
up.
Yeah, I started
Oh.
off like
So the
like-
good stuff is inside.
Yes, you just keep it all inside and it melts together and.
Isn't that cool?
That is
Get into it
awesome.
and it's like a surprise.
All right, so then this is where I take over.
Yeah.
So then what you do is, now that it's all cooked, here, girl, look at all this.
Right, your guest
I
is sitting at the table with a
slaved over
glass
this
of
all
wine.
night. Look at this. Oh, baby,
You're
look,
serving
here
the
you go.
wine. She's
Here
had a
you go,
bottle of
girl.
wine, so the more wine
You want,
she
you
has,
want
the better
extra
it
cheese
tastes.
on it, girl? Of course you can get extra cheese on the chicken, girl. Here you go.
Did you know that was cheese, Rob? I mean, had you not seen the package? I mean, seriously.
Shit, I'm just saying, I'm just putting extra cheese on. And then can I use this for
Looks
the
good.
potatoes?
Sure, yeah.
Looks
And then you put a
good.
little, oh, that's hot.
It's hot.
You need a hot pad.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna grab it right there. I didn't burn my hand though. I didn't burn my hand. Look at this.
You want a workers' comp.
Okay.
I got to get my workers'
Look at
comp
that.
case out.
Look at
Nice. That's pretty.
Yeah, we're
Nice
sweet
job.
potatoes.
Voila.
It looks-
Nice job, Tony.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice
Nah,
job.
I
But
want
what-
you to know, Sarah, I slaved over this stove, so you better enjoy this meal.
Yeah, it really, actually, it smells delicious.
Good.
Really nice. And Valenti's Market.
Valenti's Market, and
we
again,
can-
as the holidays
we can-
approach,
We can buy this.
you can come in, you
Rob.
can get the chicken
make this.
at a quality
Do you have
price.
this
and
prepped already
we have that
for-
prepped every day.
For takeout.
Yep, every day.
Nice. You can cook it at home. So,
Chicken
are we going to
spadini,
taste
beef
it with these little
spadini.
plastic
Yeah,
forks? Is
my
that our plan?
sophisticated
This is-
plastic fork. There's
Okay,
there's
Tony,
a toothpick
next
running
time-
through.
Now
Bring-
again,
bring-
tell folks how to get the information. I know it's up on the screen, but what's the number or the address, real quick? What's the
It's
address?
at 6750 Mexico Road in St. Peters, right behind the mall, so you can come in for all the holiday season, the turkeys, the
There you go.
hams, and things like that. So keep us in mind. But just call us at 636-970-2992. We'll deliver anywhere in St. Louis.
Okay,
Great.
cool. That's going to wrap up this show. Thank you guys for watching. We want to thank all our guests and thank me for cooking this delicious
Yeah.
meal. So we will see you back here.
I love how you cut it. Okay, cut into this and see what's inside. It's a surprise.
We got to go.